Part 1 of the Biography of a Grizzly. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Phil Chenevert. The Biography of a Grizzly by Ernest Thompson Seton. Part 1. The Cubhood of Wahb. He was born over a score of years ago, away up in the wildest part of the Wild West, on the head of the Little Piney, above where the Paulette Ranch is now. His mother was just an ordinary silvertip, living the quiet life that all bears prefer, minding her own business and doing her duty by her family, asking no favors of anyone excepting to let her alone. It was July before she took her remarkable family down the Little Piney to the Gray Bowl and showed them what strawberries were and where to find them. Notwithstanding their mother's deep conviction, the cubs were not remarkably big or bright, yet they were a remarkable family, for there were 4 of them, and it is not often a grizzly mother can boast of more than 2. The woolly-coated little creatures were having a fine time, and reveled in the lovely mountain summer and the abundance of good things. Their mother turned over each log and flat stone they came to, and the moment it was lifted, they all rushed under it like a lot of little pigs to lick up the ants and grubs there hidden. It never once occurred to them that Mammy's strength might fail sometime, and let the great rock drop just as they got under it, nor would any one have thought so that might have chanced to see that huge arm and that shoulder sliding about under the great yellow robe she wore. No, no, that arm could never fail. The little ones were quite right, so they hustled and tumbled one another at each fresh log in their haste to be first, and squealed little squeals and growled little growls, as if each was a pig, a pup, and a kitten all rolled into one. They were well acquainted with the common little brown ants that harbor under logs in the uplands, but now they came for the first time on one of the hills of the great, fat, luscious wood ant, and they all crowded around to lick up those that ran out. But they soon found that they were licking up more cactus prickles and sand than ants, till their mother said in Grizzly, "Let me show you how." She knocked off the top of the hill, then laid her great paw flat on it for a few moments, and as the angry ants swarmed onto it, she licked them up with one lick, and got a good rich mouthful to crunch without a grain of sand or a cactus stinger in it. The cubs soon learned. Each put both his little brown paws so that there was a ring of paws all around the ant-hill, and there they sat, like children playing hands, and each licked first the right and then the left paw, or one cuffed his brother's ears for licking a paw that was not his own, till the ant-hill was cleared out, and they were ready for a change. Ants are sour food and made the bears thirsty, so the old one led down to the river. After they had drunk as much as they wanted and dabbled their feet, they walked down the bank to a pool, where the old one's keen eye caught sight of a number of buffalo fish basking on the bottom. The water was very low, mere pebbly rapids between these deep holes. So Mammy said to the little ones, "Now you all sit there on the bank and learn something new." First she went to the lower end of the pool and stirred up a cloud of mud which hung in the still water, and sent a long tail floating like a curtain over the rapids just below. Then she went quietly round by land, and sprang into the upper end of the pool with all the noise she could. The fish had crowded to that end, but this sudden attack sent them off in a panic, and they dashed blindly into the mud cloud. Out of 50 fish there was always a good chance of some being fools, and half a dozen of these dashed through the darkened water into the current, and before they knew it, they were struggling over the shingly shallow. The old grizzly
Sample complete. Ready to continue?